Hello friends, my name is Harish and we are continuing to learn Kubernetes. And in today's video, we will look at a concept called service mesh. And so far, we have seen what components Kubernetes provide, like deploying a pod or creating services to control communication between them. But if you want to build a microservice architecture on Kubernetes, and so you are going to create a lot of microservices, and you will have to very soon start worrying about the communication and how to make their traffic management, how to make them more secure, how to actually observe your microservice, like tracking whether it's properly working or not, or if there are some errors happening. So all these things you have to start worrying about in a real application where you are going to create a microservice on Kubernetes. So far we have seen that Kubernetes provides you basic functionality where you can create your pods and very simple applications you can build. But if you want to have a production grade application, let's for example think about let's say if I have a e-commerce application and I have a UI microservice running, and then if I have a catalog microservice running and there is another catalog microservice running, they can be same version or they can be different version, v1 v2, and if there is another microservice inventory running, so our UI can talk to our catalogs microservice, and catalogs will talk to inventory. Now you can already see there are some issues which I need to tackle now. So how do I control different versions deployed, like the requests which are coming in, and all in previous video we saw that we can use load balancer in front of this catalog service, but in that case it will be all 50% 50, like it will be round robin kind of load balancer, and that's the extent of load balancing which Kubernetes by default give you. So your 50% of requests, like half of the request will go to catalog and half v1 and half will go to catalog v2. If you do not want that, how can you do that? And also another problem is the communication between these services are not secured by default, so they talk over HTTP. And what if I want to make this communication also secure? I want to have some kind of HTTPS communication between my services, and so this is security which I want to do. And as I said, I want to have more control over connection. So I want to check only send some part of traffic to my service and some to some other version of service. Then I want to observe them and do some retry logics or circuit breaking. So currently I cannot do that. What if my catalog service goes to inventory and inventory service is down? So if I want to handle that kind of scenario, currently what I will have to do, I will have to put that business logic, not the business logic, that's not a business logic, that's like a application logic where my service is handling all the circuit breaking or retry logics inside here. So that's the observability part which I also want to tackle. And then I also want to control the traffic. So if I do not want my UI service to directly talk to inventory, currently in Kubernetes by default there is you cannot control that, because by default all services can talk to each other, as we saw in our networking video, that every service which you create will be able to talk to each other, and they are open to talk to each other and nobody is stopping them. So there is no logic or functionality by default available. So I want to have this security, I want to have this control connection, I want to observe them, and also I want to control the traffic. So how can I do that? Now to do that, there is a concept called service mesh. Next, let's see what does service mesh do. A service mesh is a way to control how different parts of an application share data with one another. So unlike other systems for managing this communication, a service mesh is a dedicated infrastructure layer built right into an app. And this visible infrastructure layer can document how well or not different parts of an app interacts. So it becomes easier to optimize communication and avoid downtime as an app grows. Now let's see how does service mesh do that. And in our case, we are going to look at Istio. Istio is an implementation of the paradigm called service mesh. So service mesh is basically a concept, and the implementation of that paradigm is Istio. So we will take a look how Istio helps to do that. Now let's take a look at how Istio can help us to do all these functionalities which we wanted to do, like make our services more secure, have connection control, and how can it help us to observe them and get us better traffic control. So here I have moved our microservices inside a pod. So each of this big box is a pod. That is what happens when you create a container or deploy a service. So everything gets deployed inside a pod. And now whenever you install a Istio on your, so Istio comes with a control plane which is called Istio-D. So this Istio-D implementation has started from version 1.5. So before 1.5 the implementation was little bit different, but I am going to talk about the implementation of Istio since version 1.5. And this is the new implementation which has changed a bit from previous versions, where some other components were part of control plane, but now they have been moved out of control plane and they are part of the proxies which are implemented inside the pods. So there are three major components inside Istio-D which are running. One of them is Pilot, and then we have Citadel, and then we have Galley. So what Pilot does, Pilot helps you create proxies. So what is a proxy? So Istio uses Envoy proxies to give you functionalities like this. So what happens whenever you install Istio on your cluster? So every time you create a pod, there will be a sidecar created which is a proxy. So this sidecar will be created by your control plane, Istio-D control plane, and from there all the communication will be happening through that proxy. What do I mean by that? So let's suppose somebody made a call to our service. Of course there is a gateway also. I will talk about this gateway later. So this is my gateway. So let's suppose somebody made a call to my UI. So instead of my call going directly to my UI component of my pod, it will go to my sidecar proxy. So this proxy works as a reverse proxy in front of our main component. So the communication first reaches this sidecar, and from there are few rules which you can create, like virtual services, destination rules, and etc. So in next videos I am going to talk in more detail about Istio's component, and we will see a lot of examples of how you can create destination rules or services. So Istio basically extends Kubernetes using CRDs, and through that it is able to give you an implementation where you can create few YAML files and then write some rules and logics to control your different kind of services and connection between them. And we will see all that in detail, but today it's just an introduction. So let's see what this happens here in a flow of logic. So as I said, the request will reach this sidecar, and from that sidecar, after analyzing virtual services and destination rules, this sidecar will find out where the request should go. It will send the request to your UI component, and from there it will receive it back, and from that it will check where our main component wants to call. So it wants to call to this or to this, and then of course there will be rules, like I said, destination rules. So with that it can define to send 90% traffic here or 10% of traffic here, and the same thing happens here as well. So there are destination rules and virtual services ruling created, and from there it is able to control the traffic. And since it has access to all the traffic which is flowing, of course it can also do different kind of logics. Like if I want to have a retry logic or circuit breakers, that also I can define in my destination rules or virtual services, and then I can have all this logics exported out of my main pod or component. So previously we saw, if I want to control all this traffic logics, I will have to write it here, but now I can define it outside of my main component, and then I can control retry logics or circuit breakers here. So this is how Istio can help you to do that. Now there is another thing which we talked, like how to make it secure. So Citadel is a component, it's a CA which comes with Istio, and what it can do, it can create certificates and secure the communication between microservices. So each microservice, instead of talking over HTTP, it can now start talking over HTTPS. So because the certificate generation and or mutual handshakes, everything will be controlled by Citadel. So now the communication can happen over MTLS. So there is another component in Istio that is called telemetry. So this is what what telemetry does. It will, so while this communication and routing and all this traffic management is happening, your sidecars can generate all the telemetry information, like if there are errors generated, or who called who, or what time, or how much response time was taken. So all this information can be generated, sent to your tool like Prometheus or Grafana, where you can do analytics based on the telemetry of your application. Today we are just going to cover till this. So today's video was about introduction of Istio or the service mesh. So again, Istio is an implementation of service mesh, and in next videos we will see in more details with some examples of how to create destination rules, how to create virtual services, or how to control external services which our pods can call, because not all communications are internal to your cluster. You may be going outside of your cluster to call some external service. Now can you control that also? So we will see all those things in our next video. Thank you so much.